Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you. I greet you all in the mighty name of Jesus. I hope everything is going well, and if it's not, it shall be well. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about the smear campaign. What is the smear campaign? The smear campaign is damage control. It's used to discredit your name. It's used to make people dislike you. It's used to make people think negative of you. It's used to isolate you. It's basically a campaign to destroy your life, your character, everything about you, And the reason why the narcissist is doing this to you is because they work hard on protecting their real self, who they are, and they don't want that to be uncovered. One thing with a narcissist is that their number one fear is to be shamed. They fear shame. Shame is something that does not sit well with them, and the things that they've done to you, literally, it is disgusting. Some of the things that I hear, I also myself have gone through a very nasty, vindictive smear campaign, and some of the things that was said about me, it was horrific. It's just by the grace of God that I am here today to, share this with you guys, because literally, if God didn't intervene in my situation, I don't think I would be here, because it was very, very intense. And that's why I want to make videos to kind of create this awareness, because I remember when I had no narcissistic awareness or understood what I was going through, and literally I did everything that you're not supposed to do. I reacted, all the things that you're not supposed to do when you're going through a smear campaign. So I really just want you who's going through this, or you who has gone through this, to just know that people around the narcissist is going to see them for who they really are. And I know it's really hard, because they really have convinced people. And one of the things that the narcissist does is they have a tendency to label the person who they're smearing as crazy. And sometimes you can look like that and you're not like that, is because they trip you up intentionally to fall. So they say things that they know that's going to get a reaction out of you. That's what they do behind the scenes. They will call you and say something very hurtful. Like, what they do is they use your triggers. So triggers may mean something that you've gone through. Maybe you've been molested in your childhood. I don't know what it is that your flaws are, what you've gone through, that you've revealed to the narcissist in confidence. And it's things like that they take out, and they talk openly, and they twist it with lies, and they say things about you that they know that you're going to react. And then when you react and you say something, or you might turn up, or you might give them the side eye in the supermarket when you see them and they're with someone, or you're angry, or you're just, you got this piercing stare because of the trauma you're going through. It can project negatively, and that is what the narcissist wants. The narcissist is doing this so they can get a negative reaction out of you. They need that negative reaction. They need you to react. They need you to come out of character and do things, And, the tactics that they use literally is, with a narcissist, there's no, I don't know how to put this, there's no boundary. They literally will stoop low. They don't care about your children. They don't care about your family. They don't care about nothing. Literally, what you have revealed in confidence is going to be used against you, people. It is just horrific. I want to share with you guys something that I experienced going through the smear campaign. My mother is autistic. Love my mum to bits, God bless her. And someone who, done a smear campaign against me was going around and telling people that I'm crazy because my mum is mad and I'm crazy like my mother, bearing in mind my mum has autism. And when I heard this, I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe that they would stoop that low to even do that. And another thing that the narcissist does is that they have an agenda with you. So literally they talk to everybody. So everyone who knows you, first of all, they're gonna try to pair up with those that don't like you, because literally, like, they hate your guts. They hate you, and they just want to get people talking about you, and they just want to see and hear negatively. They want to convince people not to like you. The more that they can sit with people and people can affirm them and say, oh, that's so bad, I never knew she was like that, she's that type of person, oh, is it true her mum is like that? Or they just literally just want to just say really bad things about you and get people talking about you negatively. And as I said, they don't care about your children. They will bring your children into it, because my daughter also was bullied by a grown adult that felt the need to project and come for my child for no reason, just because of what the narcissist said. And this grown adult wanted to humiliate my daughter. And it's things like this that I say are very low blows. They will go to any extent to literally just ruin you and sabotage you, because they have to control everything. Everything about a narcissist is about controlling. So they have to control how they're perceived. They've got to control how you're perceived, and they just want everybody to talk about you negatively. That is the thing. One of the things that I want to also touch on is the emotional, mental, physical, and the spiritual implications of the smear campaign. First of all, I'm going to start with emotional. It's devastating to know somebody who you allowed into your home, someone that you confided in, someone that you trusted in, would literally go out there and mix the truth with lies and paint a negative picture of you. Especially if you're somebody who has gone through things in your childhood, or you've gone through a lot of emotional turmoil in your life before, and you're having to deal with it. It is really sickening, and it's also very important and vital that you do get counselling. I'm up for counselling. Counselling is great. You need to talk about what it is that you've gone through. I definitely 100% agree with counselling and prayer, but I'm going to come to that at the end of the video, because I want to kind of close it with what I recommend for you to do, and prayer is definitely included in there. So literally, emotionally, you go through this kind of breakdown. You feel despaired, you're hearing things, people stopping you. And another thing as well, anybody who believes what the narcissist is saying about you is someone that you really need to check. You really need to be careful. Most likely, anyone who's questioning you about what they've heard about you and coming at you most likely does not like you. That's somebody that you need to be very careful. Real friends know you. Real friends and family love you. And don't be shocked if some of your family come against you and say horrible things about you because of what the narcissist said. Because sometimes you got low-key family haters that just don't really like you, and they're just looking to hear stuff, and they just want to hear the gossip, and because they got envy in them, hating them, and they're just looking for your downfall. So they literally, the moment that they hear something about you that's negative, they're going to jump on it. So don't be surprised that people who you've known for a good 10, 20 years is going to out of the blue be joining with the narcissist. Trust me, it happens. Mentally, this is the challenge, because it's devastating hearing these things, but you have to place a shield around your mind. You've got to, if you're going through this, my advice to you is that this is somebody who has a personality disorder. This is somebody who is sick, who has a cluster B personality, and it's not about you. This is somebody who is fearful of the truth about them coming out, that literally is just doing damage control. And I need you to know that the truth eventually does come out, but sometimes it doesn't come out when we want it to, but it does come out. And you've got to start living your life. Give this situation to the Lord and watch how God deals with it. Watch how God deals with it, because God is a God that does take vengeance. It's not for me or you to take vengeance in our hands. It's for God. And what you're going through, I know it's really hard, unless it's, you see the smear campaign, if it's affecting you financially, it's affecting your job and things like that. Like, let me give, for instance, like someone's saying that you've done something that you haven't done and it's affecting you getting a job. You've got to go to court. You've got to get a lawyer and fight your case. I would say, write down what you've been going through. Keep a record. I'm not going to go into the legal side of it because that's not my expertise and I don't really know much and I haven't dealt with that. But a lot of people I do know that has dealt with that, and it's really difficult because the narcissist is a master manipulator, trying to even control in court the judge. But unfortunately, in the court system, narcissism is just not recognised. You can't go into court and say, oh, my ex-husband, he's a narcissist, he's this, he's that. It's not recognised. So if you're going through a divorce or something like that, don't do that. Don't do that. Physically, a lot of people who deal with this tend to have anxiety. Some people have depression as a result of it, because it's really horrible to hear your name being spoken in such a way. And literally when they are after you, especially like if you're dealing with somebody who's like got pathological envy, they don't stop. They go to your family, they go to your friends, anybody who will listen. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're that, you're that. And they just don't stop. They can't stop. So, people, you've been through a lot. And I want to close it because I don't want to stay too long. I need you to know that don't defend yourself. Don't do it. Don't go out to the people that the narcissist has spoken to you about and try to clear your name and tell them that you're innocent. Leave it. Time catches up with them. Because they are not authentic in their personality, meaning this charming, this fakeness about them, it's not real. There are people that are around them that don't believe everything that's been said about you. Believe me, I've heard it with my own ears. I've witnessed it. Not everybody that I was smeared to believed it. There were people who knew that this was an attack because that person had an agenda. So not everybody's going to buy into it. God has a reaping and a sowing system. And that narcissist is going to get what's coming to them. I'm not saying that should be your focus, but you need to also kind of understand that you cannot take matters into your own hands, meaning to go after them, kill them, get angry. No, you may feel upset about it, but the best thing for you to do is to heal, because you see, when you heal, you break that spiritual soul tie. When you heal, you no longer in sync with that, and you know, it's very important that you have that healing, because you need it. It's very, very important. So don't worry about this gossip that they're talking about you. Don't worry about the people down the road who's giving you the corner eye. Don't worry about your neighbours that are blanking you and saying horrible things because the narcissist said that. Most likely those people just did not like you. And as I said, it's an indication when somebody is taking the narcissist side, siding with them and coming at you. That's a person that doesn't like you. And I'm also sorry, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But most likely, when you're a chosen vessel of the Most High and you choose to live your life for Christ, the enemy is going to hate you, and, you know, he's going to try to attack you through these narcissists. And this is what's happening. This is what's happening. And the goal of it is, for those of you who are listening who are chosen, it's simply a tactic to silence you. Because there is truth in your spirit. God has birthed something in you on the inside. God wants to use you in the kingdom. And the enemy don't want that. So the enemy sends a foot soldier, which is the narcissist, to come into your life and to literally cause you to be stagnant and spiritually paralyze you, so you do not move forward. Part 2. With the smear campaign, I'm going to be touching on the spiritual side of it. Because the spiritual side of what you're dealing with is very dark, demonic, and evil. And for those of you that don't know, you're dealing, this person who is a narcissist that is smearing your name, going around talking bad about you, doing things to you in secret, sabotaging you, is a child of darkness. This is somebody who has the characteristics as Satan. This is someone you cannot change. Only God can intervene. And most likely they cannot be saved because pride. They have so much pride and arrogance that literally it is hard to get through to them concerning anything. And if you've dealt with a narcissist, you know one of the key indications you're dealing with somebody is that who's a narcissist is that they cannot take accountability. Accountability is out of it. There's no accountability for nothing. You tell a narcissist something that they've done to you, sit back and watch how they flip the script and make you feel bad. I'm about to end this video. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to hear more content. And also drop a comment down below in the comments. Tell me about what kind of videos would you like to hear. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you.